whatever it takes, the inner training behind real manifestation. Most people think manifestation is about imagining harder, affirming louder, or feeling more positive emotion. But that's not why manifestation fails. Manifestation is always happening. We're talking about conscious manifestation. You consciously trying to create something in your life. That fails because most people have never trained their instrument they are using. They're trying to play a symphony on an untrained nervous system, an unfocused mind, an emotionally reactive body, and an undisciplined will. And that's where Rudolf Steiner quietly enters the conversation. Long before manifestation was trendy, Steiner laid out 6 simple daily exercises designed to train thinking, feeling, willing, and being. And when you place those exercises side by side with like Neville Goddard's teachings, something clicks. You realize Steiner teaches you how to become capable of what Neville assumes you can already do. This video is about that bridge. This is about whatever it takes to become the kind of being who can choose a state and stay there. Manifestation isn't magic, it's timing. Conscious manifestation, remember. Neville Goddard tells us, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And that's true, but there's an unspoken part. What if you can't hold a feeling? What if your mind drifts? What if your emotions hijack you? What if your will collapses the moment reality disagrees? That's not a manifestation problem. That's a training problem. Steiner understood something fundamental. You do not control reality until you can control yourself. And not control in a harsh way, but in a conscious, loving, deliberate way. So let's walk through the 6 exercises and translate them directly into manifestation language. Control of thinking. Focus creates form. Steiner's first exercise. Simple. Choose one thought, hold it deliberately. Do not let the mind wander. This isn't philosophy, it's attention training. Neville says, attention is the force that forms reality. But attention is not a wish, it's a skill. If you cannot hold a thought, you cannot hold a state. Every imaginal act collapses the moment your mind fragments. So, when you practice Steiner's thinking exercise, you are literally training your ability to stay in the wish fulfilled, hold a scene steady, maintain inner focus despite distraction. This is manifestation weightlifting. Whoa. Control of will, inner authority. The second exercise is about the will. Steiner says, choose one small action, do it daily, same time, same way. Not because you feel like it, but because you chose it. This is massive because manifestation collapses not when visualization fails, but when self-trust breaks. Neville talks about persistence. Steiner teaches you how to build it. Every time you keep a small inner promise, you tell the subconscious, I am reliable. When I choose, it happens. And that identity manifests effortlessly. Equanimity. The third exercise is emotional balance. Steiner doesn't say suppress emotion. He says, don't be ruled by it. This is where people misunderstand Neville's phrase, feeling is a secret. Neville is talking about emotional volatility. He's talking about state feeling, the calm, settled knowing of being. Steiner trains you to pause between stimulus and response. So instead of reacting from fear or anger or doubt, you respond from your chosen state. This is the moment manifestation becomes real. calm, collected, cool. Positivity. Steiner's fourth exercise. Meaning shapes reality. Not fake positivity, not denial, but the discipline of extracting meaning. Neville calls this revision. Steiner calls it conscious interpretation. Two people experience the same event. One creates limitation, the other creates momentum. Reality doesn't respond to events, it responds to the meaning you assign. And positivity is the art of choosing meanings that move you towards your desired state. Open mindedness. The fifth exercise is open mindedness. Identity, flexibility. This is critical. You cannot manifest a new life with a rigid identity. Neville says states are movable. Steiner trains you to release fixed opinions, fixed self-concept, and fixed stories. An open mind is not naive, it's fluid. And fluid identities move states easily. We can learn from anybody. Be fluid. Harmony, living from the end. This is the sixth exercise. This is where thinking, feeling, and willing move as one. This is Neville's living in the end. Not acting, not pretending, not forcing, just being. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions align, manifestation becomes automatic. You don't try, you don't chase, you don't wait. You walk as the one. Whatever it takes. Conscious manifestation is not about shortcuts. It's about whatever it takes to become coherent. Steiner gives you the training. Neville gives you the application. Together, they form something powerful. Not wishful thinking, but inner mastery. Because the real secret of manifestation is this. When you can choose your state and remain there calmly, the world has no choice but to rearrange itself. Enjoy this day. Go in love and peace with wisdom and understanding, you magnificent beings.